Right then, Premier League predictions. We're getting very close to the end now. However, there is an issue. My PC will not load Google to save its life, so I've had to write everything down. So we're starting off with Saturday. We've got the 3 o'clock kickoffs. We're starting off with Brentford and Brighton. Obviously, I can kind of remember what's happened, but I can't have a look visually. So Brentford and Brighton, it's the two BR teams. Irish guy, I know that's very confusing if you know what I'm on about. W. But this is a tough one. I think Brighton probably have the edge, but Brentford are probably looking to finish above. Excuse me. Brentford are probably looking to finish above 10th, so they might need a few. I suppose both of them are really, but Brighton more so probably find it easier. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win for Brighton though. And then we're going to move on to another 3 o'clock kickoff in Crystal Palace and Bournemouth. You know what, I'm going to stand this up here so I don't have to look down. There we go. That makes more sense. So we've got Crystal Palace and Bournemouth. Two decent teams. Crystal Palace picking up. They've got a lot of fixtures though. This is on Wednesday, by the way. I'm recording this Wednesday, so I do not know the Newcastle result. But I do know that they've got another double game week that I'm covering now. So four games in quite a quick amount of time. They're a busy team. And I don't know how it's gone, but with home advantage, but they have just played the Geordies. I'm going to go with a Bournemouth win. I'm going to go with a 2-0, but I could be talked into a 2-1, but I'm saying 2-0 for now for Bournemouth. A nice away win, keep piling on those points, maybe even get into Europe. Then we're moving on to Everton and Man City. So Everton have the home advantage. I don't think it'll mean much though. Man City obviously slipping down, and they need to start catching back up. This is a game that they will take very seriously. And I mean, they nearly bottled it to Crystal Palace last week, but then they came back to deliver a devastating blow. I can see a similar thing happen in this game. That's why I'm going to say 3-1 to Man City, that is. Then we're going to move on to West Ham and Southampton. West Ham should win this. Southampton, obviously, didn't get a win against Villa, but Ramsdale made 2 penalty saves, which is arguably very impressive. Well, there's no arguing about it. It is impressive, especially against Asensio, a good player. But for me, that luck will run out. West Ham are near the bottom. They're going to need some points, and they're going to get some here. Put Spurs and Man United in a bit of a shaky area from doing so. They're going to win 2-0. Then, speaking of Aston Villa, at 5:30, they will play Newcastle United. Another big game. This one is quite large actually. Aston Villa, obviously, I have seen how they went in the Champions League, and unfortunately they did beat PSG, but not by enough to stay in the competition. But fair play to Aston Villa, good going. I don't think that they continue that form here. It's another night at Villa Park though, but Newcastle are a good side, and I can see them getting a 2-1 win at Villa Park. First 2-1 of the video, I believe. It goes to Newcastle. And then we're going to move on to the Sunday matches. These are the 2 o'clock ones. We've got Fulham and Chelsea. This is a tough one because Chelsea should be a lot higher than they are, but they're not playing well at the minute. Well, they've not really been playing well since the turn of the calendar year, really. But for me, I can see a draw here. Another 2-2 for Chelsea, I think. Then we've got Ipswich and Arsenal. Now, if Arsenal lose this game and Liverpool win theirs, Liverpool are the champions at this stage of the season, which is very impressive. But I have a feeling that Arsenal will not lose to Ipswich, and they will win 3-0. Sorry, Ipswich, I've been rooting for you, but it's done. And also, if Ipswich and Leicester lose this week, they are relegated. So that's unfortunate. But not much you can do. Ipswich had the chances, they've bottled leads, they've been a really good team, but the bottle after bottle after bottle is just cost them in the end. Kieran McKenna, he's a good manager, but he needs to work out how to hold those leads and have the players work better. But obviously, getting relegated is going to be a setback. You've got players like Liam Delap and Calvin Phillips going back from loan. Not that he's done anything really, but Liam Delap especially, he's got a release clause in his contract, there we go, and he will be leaving if they get relegated, but when they get relegated. Unless he wants to stay, but I doubt he does. I think he'll go. He's got big clubs looking at him, like the likes of Man United. If he goes there, he's done. Chelsea, if he goes there, he's done. But someone will snatch him for £30 million, I think the release clause is. It's a good buy. And then we've got Man United and Wolves. Wolves need to win this to leapfrog Man United, which would be really funny. And I'm going to back that. Wolves win here, 2-1. Another 2-1. Boring. Not much to say about that, really. I just hope that Wolves do it, because seeing Man United down there will be really funny. And Tottenham, because Tottenham will lose their game as well. We'll get onto that later, though. Leicester and Liverpool. Liverpool should have no problems here. This should see Leicester relegated, and it should see Liverpool either definitely getting the title or getting it the next game week. So for me, Liverpool, I mean, they had a slip up against West Ham. It was 1-1 at one point. They really struggled in that second half. I did watch it. They didn't play at the best. I have a feeling that they can get away with playing like that against Leicester, though. I mean, Leicester did score 2 goals last game week for the first time since Spurs in January. But I still think they'll struggle to score against Liverpool. For me, Liverpool win this one 2-0. Now we're going to move on to Monday. We've got the Tottenham game against Nottingham Forest at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. 8 o'clock Monday night. Under the lights. Nottingham Forest going to get a win here. And this probably will secure them into Europe, I'd say. I think if they win this, they've got a good chance to see Europe. And I hope that they do. As for Spurs, I have obviously not... Also, same goes for Man United. I've not seen the Europa League performances, so I can't go for that. So, and for Newcastle, obviously, with the game that I mentioned, Crystal Palace earlier. But Tottenham, there's not much to play for, really, especially in the league. Nottingham Forest, it's all to play for. They are going to come here and absolutely destroy them. 4-0. No, I don't like that. 4-0, no. Spurs can score. It's 4-1. Apologies, Spurs. Tuesday night, we've got Manchester City and Aston Villa. Here we're entering the double game week territory. We've got one more as well. Busy game week. Technically, I mean, it is game week. What are we on? 33? But there's a lot of teams that will be on 34, 35. So, in fact, will Crystal Palace be on 35, or are they just catching up? I don't know. I can't check. The PC, I need to get a new one. Guys, subscribe to the channel so I can get a new PC. Please, please, please. Anyways, Manchester City and Aston Villa. For me, it's a Manchester City win. 2-1. Another 2-1. They've got the home advantage. Villa are a good side. They'll come attacking. But Manchester City, they will see it out, I think. It's a tough one, though, because both teams are really good, but then they both slip up. So it's one of those. Really tough game. I'll be excited to see how that one pans out, actually. I might have to watch that one. And then we've got Wednesday night. 8 o'clock. Under the lights again. It's Arsenal and Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, you are going to be shattered after all these games you're playing. And Arsenal... Also, I didn't mention the Arsenal Real Madrid. That's another factor I've not taken in. But that shouldn't come in against Ipswich. It won't come in against Crystal Palace either. This should be a good win for Arsenal. Keep the pressure on the other teams. Not really Liverpool. They're probably home and dry. But Arsenal should win this one. Little London derby. I say 3-1. I'm being optimistic here. Arsenal, I really keep doubting, and then they go and do things like beat Real Madrid 3-0. Beat who did they have in the round of 16? Anyways, they beat them 7-0. I'm like, I doubted them again and again. I am an Arsenal hater, but I'm gonna have to start backing. I think it's been raining, man.
We mustn't forget that it's been raining, so the pitch is quite...
It's been raining?
Yeah.
Are you being serious?
I did a little clipping for once. Editing's gone crazy on this channel. Anyways, that's a lot of games I've had to cover. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully some of them are right. Let me know in the comments. And also let me know what you think. Who's going to win what. I'll be interested to see the thoughts of the fans of the teams and also just football fans in general. So if you enjoyed this one, please subscribe. We are close to 30. Might be there by now. Probably not though. Being optimistic again. But I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.